Hello everyone, welcome to our guide ICS. As part of answer writing tips, today we will discuss about how to write introduction, how to write body for an answer, and how to conclude a question. For example, we will take a question which is asked in UPSC 2014. The question is the penetration of self-help groups in rural areas promoting participation in development programs is facing socio-cultural hurdles. Socio-cultural hurdles examine. In this question, he is asking that what are the socio-cultural challenges faced by the self-help groups. So here the keyword is self-help groups. Self-help groups. Self SHGs is the keyword. So you have to define the what is meant by SHGs. You have to define what is meant by SHGs. It is definition oriented. For example, you can also use current affairs or report based. For example, NABARD releases annual report on SHGs. You can also use that report for introducing SHGs. This is all about introduction. Coming to a body of the answer. Body of the answer. The main part of the answer is the penetration of self-help groups in rural areas promoting participation in development programs is facing socio-cultural hurdles. The main dimension is socio-cultural hurdles. Means what are the social challenges and cultural challenges for promoting participation in development programs by the self-help groups. So you have to address social challenges, cultural challenges, You have to write two dimensions. What are the social challenges and what are the cultural challenges for self-help groups? I am not discussing about the what is meant by SHGs. These all you have basic information and basic content with you. I am telling how to write a good answer. I am telling how to write introduction, how to introduce your answer, how to write body of the answer and conclusion. Just I am not going deeper into your answer. Finally, conclusion. You can write, you can provide solutions. For example, there are many challenges associated with the self-help groups. In order to address those challenges, government must take appropriate measures to improve the performance of self-help groups in rural areas so that it can promote participatory governance. Like that you can conclude. It is the most appropriatable. Next, coming to next question. It is asked in UPSC 2017. Question. What are the salient features of inclusive growth? What are the salient features of inclusive growth? Has India been experiencing such progress? Analyze and suggest measures for inclusive growth. Here the keyword is inclusive growth. You can introduce your answer with by defining inclusive growth. Here keyword is inclusive growth. డెఫినేషన్ ఇంక్లూజివ్ గ్రోత్ యొక్క డెఫినేషన్ యూజ్ చేసుకొని నువ్వు ఇంట్రడక్షన్ రాసేయచ్చు. నెక్స్ట్ డైమెన్షన్స్. బాడీ. వైల్ కమింగ్ టు బాడీ, ఐడెంటిఫై ద డైమెన్షన్స్. హియర్ వాట్ ఆర్ ద salient features? First part, you have to write salient features of inclusive growth. Has India been experiencing such a growth? Second part, you have to write whether India is experiencing such growth progress or not experiencing. You have to write yes or no. If yes, provide your answer with examples or illustrations, examples and illustration. If no, you have to write you have to substantiate your answer. Analyze and suggest. Third dimension is suggest measures for inclusive growth. If India is not experiencing such growth, then what are the challenges? Here challenges are not directly asked in the question, but he is asking to suggest the measures, suggesting measures for inclusive growth, to achieve inclusive growth in India. So here the first dimension is salient features of inclusive growth. Is India? Yes, if India is experiencing such growth, substantiate your answer. Or otherwise India is not experiencing such growth, substantiate your answer. Third dimension is suggest measures for achieving inclusive growth in India. Finally, coming to conclusion, you can use futuristic conclusion like there are many challenges associated with inclusive growth in India. In order to achieve inclusive growth in India, people must actively participate in order to address those challenges and achieving inclusive and equitable growth, which is the focus of Vikasit Bharat 2047. అంటే మనం ఇంక్లూజివ్ అండ్ ఈక్విటబుల్ గ్రోత్ అనేది అచీవ్ చేయడం ద్వారా మనం వికసిత్ భారత్, దట్ మీన్స్ డెవలప్డ్ కంట్రీగా వెళ్ళడానికి వన్ ఆఫ్ ద మేజర్ ఫ్యాక్టర్ డ్రైవింగ్ టువర్డ్స్ developed nation is inclusive growth. You can use a futuristic conclusion like that. In order to achieve developed nation status, India must focus on inclusive growth. So India government and state governments must invest in promoting inclusion of various marginalized sections. Okay, these are questions related to UPSC. Now we will discuss few questions which are asked in recently completed APPSC Group 1. Here it is a question related to what do you understand by civil society in Indian context, what are the key features and limitations it faces in a democratic system. Now you can tell me, introduction, what is the keyword here? The keyword is civil society. The keyword is, మన క్వశ్చన్లో పెళ్లి కొడుకు ఎవరండి? సివిల్ సొసైటీ. సో సివిల్ సొసైటీని డిఫైన్ చేయండి ఇంట్రడక్షన్లో. యూ హ్యావ్ టు డిఫైన్ సివిల్ సొసైటీ ఇన్ ద ఇంట్రడక్షన్. నెక్స్ట్, కమింగ్ టు బాడీ, ఫస్ట్ డైమెన్షన్ ఈజ్ వాట్ డూ యూ అండర్స్టాండ్, అంటే యూ హ్యావ్ టు రైట్ అబౌట్ civil society in Indian context. He is not asking about world context, it is asking about Indian context. Second dimension is key features. What are the key features of civil society? Next, third dimension is the limitations. What are the limitations faced by the civil society? Here three dimensions are asked. You have to answer each and every dimension. You have to address three dimensions to get good marks. If you don't write what are the key features of civil society and you are answering two parts, then you will lose marks in your answer. అంటే మనం ఒక డైమెన్షన్ రాయకపోతే రిమైనింగ్ టూ డైమెన్షన్స్ ఎంత బాగా రాసినా కానీ యూజ్ ఉండదండి. సో మనం అన్ని డైమెన్షన్ను అడ్రస్ చేసే విధంగా చూసుకోవాలి. కంక్లూజన్ కూడా ఫ్యూచరిస్టిక్ రాసుకోవచ్చు. ఫ్యూచరిస్టిక్ ఆర్ బ్యాలెన్స్డ్, ఆర్ యూ కెన్ ఆల్సో యూజ్డ్ SDG linked. SDG, like for example, many civil societies are engaged in education for children. SDG 4. Many civil societies are associated with women empowerment. SDG 5, gender equality. So that in this way you can answer. Next, we will discuss another question asked into Andhra Pradesh Public Service Commission Group 1 2025. Critically evaluate the role of smart cities mission in transforming urban infrastructure in India. Mention the objectives, implementation progress, key achievements, and major challenges faced. Here, the keyword is smart cities mission. Smart cities mission. You have to, in introduction, you can write about what is smart cities mission, or you can also use the significance like a smart cities mission plays a crucial role in transforming the urban infrastructure in India. You can also use significance of smart cities mission. And in body it is very lengthy answer. For example, you have to write role of smart city mission. Second part, what are the objectives? Third part, implementation, progress implementation. And fourth one is achievements and challenges associated with. See how many dimensions are asked in this question. There are 5 dimensions. Previously the question paper was in previously setting question papers, the examiner usually asked for 2 to 3 dimensions, but recently completed APPSC changed its pattern to more lengthy paper, and you have to address each and every dimensions. Here see, it is asked 5 dimensions. You have to address each and every dimension. For conclusion, you can use smart city missions played an important role in improving the urban infrastructure and providing technology based administration, technology based ease of living. Like that you can conclude. For more such videos, please subscribe to Our Guide ICS and share with your friends who are preparing for competitive examinations. And thank you so much for watching.